Hey, everybody, and welcome to Hanging with the Elderlies. I am Felicia Phillips, as most of you know, and this is Hanging with the Elderlies. I am coming to you today because I wanted to give you some updates. I wanted to debrief you on just what's been going on with Hanging with the Elderlies and let you know what to expect. As many of you who've been with me for a while know, I'm a caregiver for my mother and my father. My parents are 73, my father's 73, my mother is 71, and they both have a host of conditions. My father has Parkinson's. My mother has type 2 diabetes, vascular dementia, Alzheimer's, sleep apnea, stage 3 kidney disease, hypertension, and something else that always slips my mind. And so I am a caregiver along with my husband and honestly my children. Because one thing that I've learned over the past year is that everybody in the household is a caregiver. I may be the lead, I'm the team lead, but everybody in my home really helps to care for my parents and they pitch in where they can. So I created Hanging with the Elderlies last year because I wanted to provide an authentic glimpse of what caregiving looked like. I wanted to be able to take you on my journey as I learn how to manage caregiving, how to care for my parents, how to maintain a home, a happy home, how to stay happily married, keep my children in check, and all of those things through the caregiving experience. And I wanted to do it in a way that really showed the realities, some of the challenges, a lot of the challenges, not just, all the rosy things. I see so many people that love caregiving and they just love sitting with their sweet old grandma and helping to feed her and bathe her and doing those sorts of things, once or twice a week. And that's a very different thing. And that's special. I'm not negating anybody if that's your experience. That is wonderful. Continue to go and do those visits. But it's just a whole different level when you are living with the people, when you're living with the person that you're caring for, when you're doing it day in and day out, when you sacrifice career, job, money, etc. in order to do it, and when you're caring with not one but two people at the same time while still trying to raise children. And so I didn't see people like me. And honestly, it was difficult because I will still say today I hate caregiving. I hate it. And I'm unapologetic about that. I used to feel bad about saying it, but the reality is I hate it. I don't want this job. I don't want this role. I hate it. And so people that were just like, oh, I love like all of that stuff. It just wasn't for me. And so I wanted to create a space for people like me to let you know that you're not alone and to teach you the things that I'm learning as I'm going along, and also to prepare some of you who are going to have to deal with caregiving in the future. And so that's kind of the premise for Hanging with the Elderlies. Hopefully, as I do more videos, I won't have to keep on going back and forth and telling you about all of that. But I wanted to bring you up to speed. I promised that I would bring you content, and I have not delivered because I've been inundated with caregiving. Right. And what people don't understand oftentimes is it's not always just the physical care of the caregiver. It is also the mental, emotional care of the caregiver. And so when I say inundated with caregiving, sometimes it's not, cooking food, preparing meals, or doctor's visits for my parents, or taking them places, or filling prescriptions, or doing medications. Sometimes it is pulling myself out of bed because I can't believe that this is my current life and I don't want to do it anymore. Sometimes it's pushing myself to just give you an example, real talk. We've been eating out a lot over the past 3 or 4 weeks because I just simply did not pause to buy groceries. And as crazy as that sounds, I would just start to place the order and then I just didn't. And there's so many areas where that disconnect happens, where there are things that I know that I need to do that I just, for some reason, I can't do it. I don't do it. That happens often. And then I start to feel bad and I start to feel guilty and I start to feel sad and we're wasting money eating out. And why can't I just order these groceries? And it almost feels like for me, like I wish, and I did tell my husband, I was like, well, you know what? If we haven't, and we talked through that. If you know that we're wasting money eating out, and if you know that we're supposed to be grocery shopping, and I keep on saying I'm going to go and buy the groceries, but I haven't, by like week 2 or 3, somebody else needs to step in, right? Somebody else needs to kind of, something's not right here, something's off. We need to do something differently. But I don't know. It was like it was another decision, and I was just overwhelmed with making decisions. Something as simple as the grocery, because groceries, mean I have to buy food that everybody's going to eat. In my household, we have a number of different things. I have people that don't eat beef and pork. I have people that don't eat fish and seafood because of allergies. I have low carb because of diabetes. I have high protein because of me and my fitness and stuff. And so figuring out what foods to put in the house so that everybody would eat it, like it was just the decisions. I hope you guys understand that. I know some of you that aren't caregivers that haven't experienced this probably think I'm crazy, but I pray that some of you that are caregivers really understand where I'm coming from. It was another decision, and I just couldn't make it. But I'm happy to report that I did order groceries on Instacart today, and they're going to arrive today, so we can stop eating out. But those are just some of the things that go on with caregiving. And I haven't been honest with you guys. I said I wanted to give you an authentic look, but because my look was jacked up, I haven't been coming and sharing with you. And so I'm trying my hardest to make a commitment to come to you and to share with you on caregiving and just my journey. I envision Hanging with the Elderlies as being this sort of fun channel where you would follow us along. We were making a big move to a new city and a new state and starting a new life together. And I thought I would invite you in to enjoy all of that. And we would be traveling to places and visiting places. And it just didn't happen like that. And it doesn't mean that's not going to happen. I do have some things that are coming down the pike that I want to bring you in on, but it just didn't happen like that in this first year of Hanging with the Elderlies. But again, I want to be as transparent as I can and as authentic as I can while still maintaining still maintaining, oh God, I can't think of the word. While still protecting my parents from, I don't want to embarrass them. I don't want to say things that are just going to completely embarrass them. I do want to be real and share challenges. Like one current challenge that's probably a little embarrassing is incontinence. And I haven't spoken about that because I didn't want to say things that were embarrassing. But the reality is, my God, at 70, in your 70s, you're going to deal with incontinence. It's a fact of life, and so I will, as best as I can, talk about it within a context of educating and helping and not mocking. But the reality is, and I was really stuck with that. The reality is that incontinence is a problem for the person that has it and for the caregiver. It's a problem for me. And I was struggling and honestly really sad about having to deal with it and hygiene practices and all of those things. And so I wasn't talking about that. But again, I'm back. I am trying to give it to you. I'm trying to keep it real. But I don't want to do anything that will be, super embarrassing for my parents. I'm going to bring the Elderlies on camera at some point so that we can chat. To be honest, well, I'm not even going to get into that. Let's just say I need to clean the space so that I can bring the Elderlies to you so that we can chat a little bit. Mom is doing amazing. Mom has lost almost 50 pounds. Has lowered her A1C, maintains a regular blood sugar level, now focused on her blood pressure. Her blood pressure is still elevated, and I really want to get that in check because she also has stage 3 kidney disease, and we know that blood pressure and kidney disease are linked. So we really want to manage her blood pressure so that she doesn't advance with the kidney disease. So that's sort of my focus. We have diabetes sewed up. We got that, been there, done that, know what to do, but I really want to do some work with her blood pressure. Dad, I'm just still trying to figure out Dad. That's a topic for another video. I think I'll do a video on what to do when you have a fighter and when you have somebody that doesn't want to fight. In my case, my mom is the fighter. My mom wants to live. My mom wants to live abundantly. My mom wants to have fun. Life is not over. There's still more out there that she wants to sort of do and explore. She wants to do it with me, like with other people, but she's still full of life. And my father is sort of just like, this is it. So I'll do another video on that, but I just wanted to give you an update, guys. I'm going to try to come to you once a week. at least once a week. And I'm going to try to make the content engaging, informative, and encouraging. So that's all I have for you today. I hope that you enjoy it. Please share this video with any caregivers that you know. I promise you the content is coming. I'm going to be popping out videos and sharing content with you, and it's going to be a blessing. I listed on my Facebook page all these things I was going to get done last week. And guess what? I ain't get any of them done. In fact, I'm going to go back and look at that list, but I did wash clothes for them. I washed their clothes, but I'm still drying their clothes, and I have to fold them and put them away. So I did get through almost 2 loads of clothes for them. I did not clean their room or the bathroom, and I kind of like to do the bathroom and the room and the clothes, honestly, all in one full swoop, because dealing with the incontinence, if the bathroom is nasty and smelly, it bleeds into the bedroom. If the bedroom has soiled clothes, then it stinks. And so I kind of have to, I really have to spend a day just going in there and doing all of them. And I'll be very honest, I've been struggling. I haven't done any of it. I've been struggling. Like, I just let them stay in their contained area, and I haven't been doing anything. And so I'm really pushing myself to get back on top of what I have been assigned to do. And so hopefully this week I'm going to get in there and I'm going to clean the bathroom, and I'm going to clean their bedroom, and I'm going to, I've already washed the clothes, but I'm going to stay on top of the clothes. And I think I need to change their bed linen. So that's my goal for this week. So how about on next Monday, I'm going to give you an update. That's something you can look forward to. I'm going to let you know how much I was able to get done. Last week, I was also supposed to take my mother to a doctor's appointment to get blood work because she has to see a nephrologist tomorrow. Well, ran into some issues with insurance, couldn't get the blood work. So now I have to cancel the appointment for tomorrow, which I didn't cancel in time. So now I'm going to be charged a no-show fee. I hate that. But basically, my parents have Medicare and they also have secondary insurance, but they don't have any cards. And so I didn't have their secondary insurance. And so I needed that in order to not have to pay for the blood work. So I have to call my father's employer and get that information. And then I need to go around to all of their doctors and all their specialists, because basically I've just been saying, just use the Medicare, and update that information. So I still have work that I need to get done this week. You guys pray for me. I'm just going to keep on moving forward. And I'm going to trust that God is going to grace me to do it, because my husband constantly reminds me that God gave us this assignment. And so I can't walk away from it, because it's not me. It's not what I want. I told you I hate it. I don't want it. But God gave me this assignment. And so I'm going to honor what God wants me to do and what God has for me in this space at this moment in this season. And I'm going to get it done. So you may hear from me later on this week, but if not, you will definitely hear from me next Monday, because I'm going to give you an update on what I got done, so you can check me out and see how I'm progressing. And then I'll give you an idea of some other things that are happening. Like I'm trying to safely take my mother out somewhere within the next, this month, September, trying to take her out just so she can get out. My dad doesn't really care, but my mom wants to be out. And so I'm really looking for an opportunity to be able to take her out in a safe space and allow her to get out more. And what else? I think that's probably it for now. You guys need updates on, caregiving and couples, my marriage, where we are. This time last year, we were just moving my parents in and we were talking about the challenges. And so now we're a year in and we can talk through that. Still have to share information from my daughters. There's so much more to come. So it is absolutely coming. And COVID, oh my goodness, COVID. Interestingly enough, if you talk to my parents, they won't really have much to say about COVID, because they have been very nicely protected and kept. I've kept them in a nice little bubble. They do watch the news, but this stuff hasn't really touched them. It hasn't really come near them, which is a blessing. And but obviously it's impacted the rest of us. So there's so much to update you on. Please subscribe to the channel. I promise you are going to enjoy it. We're going to have fun this year. We're going to get to some of the things that I wasn't able to get to last year. I promise you. And it's going to be informative. It's going to be encouraging. And you're going to love it. So thank you for watching. Please hit subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Please share this video with any caregivers that you know. Follow us on Instagram at Hanging with the Elderlies, and also on Facebook at Hanging with the Elderlies. Thank you. I am Felicia Phillips, signing out from Hanging with the Elderlies.